What's good, everybody? It's your boy Kirk Ray Smith. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, being alone really is a superpower. You know, um, while we can't control, when we are alone, sometimes it's out of our hands. When I say alone, like literally alone, I'm not like just by yourself. I'm not just talking about being single and stuff like that, but I'm just talking about just being alone, being by yourself. And we don't always control that. Sometimes it's just how it goes. That's how it plays out. That's how the days, the weeks, the months, whatever years, whatever your situation is, that's how it plays out. So we don't always have control over that, although we do sometimes. And so that's more of a reality. Feeling alone, feeling lonely is an emotion. It's a feeling, and we do have control over that. So I'm not necessarily saying that being alone means that you're lonely. You can that absolutely can be the case, but you can be surrounded by a bunch of people and feel lonely. I mean, that's happened to me, several times, too many times to count, throughout my lifetime. But what I'm talking about is the fact that, being alone is a superpower, knowing how to do that and to perfect the craft of being alone. Because the reality is, at the end of the day, all you have is you. I mean, that's you have to deal with yourself more than anybody else, and that's around the clock. You don't get any breaks from you. And so when you learn how to be alone, and I'm working on that, right? A work in progress. You stop looking out the window, waiting for someone to come to your rescue, bail you out, look out for you, give you something, bring you something, whatever. You stop looking out the window, and it does no good to do that. Don't look out the window because nobody's coming, and I mean that figuratively and literally. When's the last time somebody called and checked on you? Who spends their days and their time worried about you, or coming up with a plan or a strategy on how to make your life better? That just doesn't happen. And so one of the reasons a lot of us can't be alone, I mean, heck, a lot of us can't even just sit down on the porch by ourselves and think, or sit on the couch and think, because we're just afraid to be alone in our own thoughts. But that's actually a skill. And if we can figure out how to do that, again, how to be alone, how to think, how to meditate, turn the TV off, get off of social media, turn the music off or whatever it is, and just and meditate and focus and lock in. There's a lot of opportunity in our minds. There's so many dimensions to who we are, as to who we are. And what I'm learning about, spending more and more time alone and literally not around, anybody, I'm getting better at myself, and I'm getting a greater understanding of who I am and what my needs truly are. And more importantly, what my value is. What am I on earth to do? What am I on earth to accomplish? So I think, I wouldn't be afraid and run away from being alone, man. You learn how to do it. You get good at it. You perfect it. And personally, I think if you know how to do that, you'll be even better around others, because you understand how to be without them, and you're not dependent on people's presence or company to sustain. And again, that's a superpower. And I think you become stronger, you become better, you become more effective. You increase your chances of just being better across the board. And so, and I'm getting better. And then again, I think it's important to maintain a student's postures throughout your life. You should always be trying to get better and trying to improve. So it never stops. The improvement process shouldn't stop. You should literally die getting better. Like at the end of your life, you should be still improving. I just believe that. But again, I just want to encourage everybody out there. You're dealing with being alone. Probably don't have a lot of control over that, all the time, but you absolutely do control how you feel. You don't have to feel lonely, because being alone doesn't mean lonely. You can be alone and be completely fulfilled. But again, you got to trust yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to have confidence in who you are. You got to like yourself. And more importantly, you got to love yourself. But you'll figure it out. One.